Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Hodge, the balanced budget approach works pretty well at the state level, doesn't it?
Yes, it appears to. Yeah.
Mr. Bartlett, let me ask you a couple of questions, if I could. I believe you're here on behalf of our Democratic colleagues.
I was invited by them, yes.
Okay. On May 5th, 2023, I want to read your tweet. How soon before Clarence Thomas's corruption goes the way of Melania's green card? A few days of intense speculation, then totally forgotten. End quote. Did I read that right?
No, I wrote that.
Let me ask you about another one, if I could. On April 22nd, 2023, you tweeted, quote, apparently French people are too stupid to know the difference between champagne and beer. Must be protected. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Right.
I was referring to the fact that they were banning,
Right.
as I recall, Miller beer because it was called the champagne of
Right.
beer,
Right.
which I thought was kind of silly.
Right. On April 8th, 2023, you tweeted, quote, Tennessee is a cesspool of racism and corruption, end quote. Did I read that right?
Well, yes, may have been an exaggeration, but I think things are pretty terrible in that state, frankly.
Okay. On May 10th, 2023, you tweeted, excellent news. Congratulations to every person who left the Southern Baptist Church, which was formed to defend slavery. Did I read that?
Yes, and I provided a link to an official document of the church, which takes responsibility for its racist history. As you know, the church was created during the Civil War. It broke away from the Northern Church because it supported slavery.
Hey, patriots, welcome back to Liberty Trigger, where we say what the mainstream media won't. And today, oh boy, Senator John Kennedy just gave a masterclass on how to expose bias calmly, politely, and with receipts. This was supposed to be a boring budget hearing, right? But Kennedy turned it into a truth session that left one so-called expert, Mr. Bartlett, scrambling. Kennedy starts off nice and easy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That good old Southern charm. Then he pivots. Mr. Bartlett, let me ask you a few questions. And right there, you could feel the shift in the room. He starts reading Bartlett's own tweets. Now, we're not talking mild opinions here. No. These were flat-out insults.
On April 5th, 2023, you tweeted, quote, Fox reporters don't deserve the common courtesy usually extended to journalists. They should be treated like people who do podcasts or write newsletters unfettered by fact-checking or ballot. Revoke Fox press credentials. Don't call on them at press conferences. Ignore them.
Yes, I said that.
Do you really believe that that government should use its power to thwart a cable news station?
I'm not suggesting using governmental power in any way whatsoever.
Sure you are. You say revoke their press credentials. Don't call on them at press conferences and ignore them.
Okay, well, yeah, I agree with that. I think I think Fox is not a serious news organization. I wrote a long paper on the subject that I'd be happy to provide to you.
Would you like that added to the record, Senator Kennedy, or should we just leave it as it is?
Oh, I don't know that I'm going to have time to read the gentleman's papers. I think I already know what's in them. On May 13, 2023, did you, I'm going to read one of your other tweets, quote, very good news. The AM radio band is a cesspool of right-wing talk and insipid sports babble. The bandwidth has better value. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I said that, and I believe that.
On May 12, 2023, I believe you tweeted the following, quote, Ralph Nader correctly points out that Democrats have done a poor job of fighting Republican fascism and stupidity. Did I read that right?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bartley, I appreciate
Senator.
I appreciate you answering my questions. It helps me to determine the credence or credibility to give to your testimony.
Well, I wouldn't take anything that's said on Twitter too seriously.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
How soon before Clarence Thomas's corruption goes the way of Melania's green card? Tennessee is a cesspool of racism. The Southern Baptist Church was formed to defend slavery. Fox reporters don't deserve courtesy. Revoke their credentials. Folks, that's not professional. That's poison. And the best part? Kennedy never even raised his voice. He just kept asking, "Did I read that right?" And every time Bartlett said, "Yes, I wrote that." Try to backpedal all you want. But once those words are out there, you own them. Here's the thing. This guy was invited by the Democrats to testify on budget issues. But how can you testify on behalf of the American people when you've made it clear you despise half of them? Kennedy saw right through it. He knew it wasn't just about numbers. It was about credibility. And when Bartlett tried to explain away that Fox News tweet, saying it was just a suggestion, Kennedy hit him with the knockout line. "So you think government should silence a news network?" Boom. That's it. Right there. That's the issue. Because if you can silence Fox today, you can silence anyone tomorrow. And let's be real. If a conservative said the same kind of stuff about liberals, CNN and MSNBC would be on air 24/7 screaming hate speech. But because this guy leans left, crickets. Double standards. That's the media's favorite currency. Kennedy ended it perfectly. Saying this helps him determine how much credibility to give the testimony. Translation: you just torpedoed your own case, buddy. That's not cruelty. That's accountability. And it's exactly what Washington needs more of. Leaders who aren't afraid to pull the mask off bias. Right there under the bright lights. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the budget hearing we expected, but it was the truth session we needed. Senator Kennedy reminded America that the real battle isn't just about money. It's about honesty, integrity, and respect for all Americans, not just the ones who agree with you. If you're proud to see a senator stand up for fairness and free speech, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe, because this fight for truth is far from over. Until next time, patriots, stay strong, stay free, and keep your head high. I'll see you in the next one.